New York, and it's got Snoopy on it. I love a bit of Snoopy. Wait till I get the chat and everything up. I'm not organised, but... Oh, last night, I wasn't... Well, during the day, actually. During the day. Bloody fireworks. I wish they would bloody ban them. See, there's a lot of... I'm going to be cussing. Fed up with it. Fed up. Right, let me get the chat and everything up. Nice. Okay, found us. I couldn't get over it. And not just one firework. This was about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock or something yesterday afternoon. And I was like, I can't believe this. Poor Poppy again. Poor Poppy was running for her life, shaking like that. She went into her big brother's room to hide. So she did. Bang, bang, fireworks going off. They were going off a long time, right? A long time they were going off, and I was like, I'm in the verge of out and shouting something, you know. So here later on Facebook, someone had took a picture. It was wee boys. I would say about 10, 12-year-old, maybe a wee bit older than that. But it was wee boys with all these bloody fireworks, right? And somebody on this page that's my town, and they're going, these youngsters are letting off, you know, fireworks. And some guy went, oh, don't be grassing on them. That's not nice, grassing on them. Does the man not know that fireworks can blow people's bloody hands off and stuff like that? They're a dangerous... It's not like they were doing a bit of graffiti or that. They're going about with fireworks, these youngsters. I think their mums and dads should know. Caroline, good morning to you. Oh, I'm having a rant this morning. I need to get out the bloody a-holes with the fireworks. And how does young kids like that get their hands on the bloody fireworks in the first place? Shocking, absolutely shocking. So there you are, that was going on yesterday. I wasn't happy about it. I was not happy. Yeah, I know my hair's a riot today, but I'll just need to deal with it. Hi, there you are. Fireworks in May. This is why I would like them either banned for personal use, or I would like them to be like only allowed to be let off 2 days a year, one being Guy Fawkes and one being New Year, and then the rest of the time illegal and no shops selling them. How are they getting their hands on all these? And my God, look, I don't think fireworks are cheap. Right, it's been a while since I've bought any, but I don't think they're that cheap. Now, how did these young boys get the fireworks? There was like 4 or 5 of these young boys in the picture. They must have been like early teens. But they're dangerous. Fireworks are a very, very dangerous thing. And these, oh, listen, poor, can they buy them in Amazon? Oh, well, there you are. That's where they're probably getting them from. But surely the mum and dad would be like, here, what's in your package there? Maybe the mum and dad don't care. This is the thing. This is the day and age we're in. Maybe they're like, oh, boys will be boys. No, with fireworks. It's not, as I say, like graffiti or anything like that. So then, anyway, I had a wee rant there. I had to get that out of my system because I was angry yesterday. Because poor Poppy, they don't realise that my wee dog and other in fact, see all the seagulls? All the seagulls were going crazy, so they were because they're all nesting and now. Seagulls are all nesting. Well, all the birds, I think, are nesting now. It being me, they're all ready to lay their eggs, or they've just laid their eggs and stuff like that. And they were all squawking and going crazy, so they were. And this went on for hours. Look, oh my God, I can't get, you know, it's I can't get over it. It's something I'm like, for fuck's sake. It's like, my son, they're saying enough in May. Why? Why can they not just do the normal teenage things? Don't be. I never ever played with fireworks like that because I was always scared of them anyway, you know. But aye. But see the pitch. This is the day and age we're in. See the picture that was put on Facebook. It never actually showed the youngsters' faces, right? But it showed you at the back of them walking away. But say somebody was like that. Oh, that's your child there. Your child's letting off fibre. The parents would be like, and so what? What are you trying to say? There's all that. See, my day, if a neighbour came to your mum and dad's house and went, listen, Linda's been a bad lassie. Have you been a bad lassie? It's scalp. You know, or these days, you're kept in, that's it, you're in. Something like that would happen, but nowadays they don't care. Well, a lot of parents, no, I'm not saying all parents don't care, but a lot of them don't. Raffy girl, good morning. Raffy girl, did you hear the fireworks yesterday? Jesus Christ. Poor Poppy was shaking like that, shaking. I was in here shouting for. I was swearing a lot. There was a lot of swearing happening in here yesterday. Yes, I'm a tingle pink. Good morning to you. Aye, I wasn't happy about it. And as Raffy girl, you're probably on the same Facebook group that I'm at. It's our town. And somebody took a picture of these young boys. They looked early teens to me. And it was meant to be them that was letting off all these bloody fireworks yesterday. And I think they were doing their rounds because they must have been just walking away down the road, just in every scheme that they stopped in. I think they must have went, right, let's let off a firework here. As I say, the seagulls were all gone mad. It was a crazy time yesterday. Did you see the post? Yeah. This is it. Your children will be confused. Now, I don't mind it, like seeing Guy Fawkes and stuff like that. I don't mind fireworks. I mean, like, that's that. And at New Year, at the bells, you know, somebody letting off a firework or two, that's fine. But see this, the whole year round, just letting them off in the daytime and stuff like that. What the heck's that about? During the day? I don't get it. I don't. Maybe I'm just an old fogey now. Maybe that's it, Linda. You're just an old person now. Those darn kids. That's what I'm turning into. Those pesky kids out there, you know. I never thought I would turn into that, but here, you know, here I am. She's like my new top, New York, and I've got Snoopy on me. Look at Snoopy. I love a bit of Snoopy. I think it's a cute top. So I've been watching I'm a Celebrity. Thank you, Esmer Tinglepig. In Africa. Now, I'd love to go to Africa. Jenny, my gorgeous Jenny. Good morning, Jenny. How are you? I'd love to go to Africa. South Africa, I would love. Or Kenya. I would like to maybe go to Kenya. Probably Kenya, because I think they've got the Bobera. What the hell's the name of the trees? The upside down tree anyway that I love. I've got a picture of one there. Baobab. There we are, Linda. Got it. Baobab tree. I'd like to see them, but I'd like to see the animals as well. I'd like to go on safari and see the animals and stuff like that. Have you been Jenny? That was a shame. No, Janet Dickinson's not my favourite person, right? But I felt a bit sorry for her when Toff had said that she looked like Hagrid. I was a bit. I don't think she realised what she was saying, the young lassie. You know, but that's not very nice calling somebody Hagrid, because that's not a good look, isn't it? No. Do you know who's getting on my nerves though? Carol Vorderman. Look, if MD's a fan here, I'm sorry, but she's just getting on my bloody nerves. So she is, with the fake laugh and the big boobies and stuff like that. She's got the boobies out. Look. See her dress at the beginning. There's going to be a nip slip. There's going to be a nip slip with her shortly. I mean, just the dresses, the boobies, like. No, I think she's the age of me. Good luck to her with the big boobies and all the rest of it. But I'm telling you, that's her niche. That's her thing, isn't it? She's got boobs. But she would get on my bloody nerves. See, with the fake laugh and all that, I'm like, oh God, that would just like, right, well. Do you know who I do like? I like, what's her face? Fatima. I like Fatima. Fatima's straight to the point, and she, I think I would go on well with Fatima. You know, she knows the rules and stuff like that, and see if you break the rules, you get punished. I love a bit of Fatima. Thank you, Bing and the Chucks. I hope I'm saying your name. Bing and the Chucks, the wee chickens. So you've got chickens. Oh my goodness. Good morning to you. Thank you for coming into the chat and talking to us. Yeah, see, Janice was just like, that's it, I'm not doing the trial anymore. She was just like, that's it, I'm done. She was like that. But Carol Vorman's like getting on my bloody nerves. Like, I'm telling you. Just, who would I like to win? I'm not sure who I would like to win. I really don't. I like Phil Tufnell. I like the cricketer. I think he's left. Jenny, do you know who's going in tonight? In tonight is Joe Swash and another EastEnders guy. I can't remember his name. But it's two EastEnders guys that are going in tonight. So they are. Oh, Jenny, there is meant to be a big fight between. There's meant to be. Yeah, no, Jenny. There's meant to be a big fight between Janice and Carol Vortman. I'm looking forward to it. I like a bit of tension in the jungle, I must admit. See if they're all getting on, it's kind of boring. I like a bit of like bitchiness and fighting and stuff like that happening. So, Jenny, there's meant to be a big fight between them. I'll tell you what's going on because I know what's going on because I read about it. They're talking about the coronation, right? And I don't know people's opinions about the coronation. See if you love the coronation and the monarchy and all the rest of it. That's fine. That's your thing. Me personally, I'm not into that kind of thing, right? I'm really not. I think the money could go on other stuff, right? That's my opinion. So Janice has got the same kind of opinion as I do, like the amount of money that this must be costing and blah blah blah. But Carol Vorderman's not having it. Carol Vorderman's like, no, we need the coronation. We're all for the monarchy. Come on, King Charles, all that kind of stuff. So the two of them get into a debate about this, and it starts getting kind of fighty. So I'm looking for. I've not seen it, but I've read about it. So I'm going to be. Looking forward to that fight. But yeah, the money that's spent on it is unbelievable. The money could be going on other things. And another thing that still rubs me up the wrong way is this Queen Camilla. I loved Princess Diana there. As I said, I'm not a royalist by any means, but see Princess Diana, she was like different. She was like a real person and that had feelings and love, and she was just a beautiful, beautiful person. And I know how she passed away and stuff like that. And to me, they've never got to the bottom. I think we all know what happened, but nobody's come. It's been an accident. I don't think it was an accident. That's my personal opinion. And Camilla was the bit on the side back then. So she was. Look, I had to get in my head. See if this was the olden days, my head would be off with talking about this kind of stuff. That Scottish woman, get her on the guillotine right now. But I don't like that. I don't. Jenny, they're taking off the consort now. See now at the coronation, they're taking off the queen consort now. She's just going to be queen. Now that rubs me up the wrong way as well. That really does rub me up the wrong way. But listen, each to their own. But I don't. It's as if we're getting it shoved down their throats, and they're saying that we've got to stand and pledge allegiance. The public, when it's all going on, we have to stand and pledge allegiance. Guess what? I'm not going to be doing. No, I won't be. I won't be doing it. But I see if you are doing that's your thing. I'm not saying people shouldn't. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I won't be doing any of that. And I think the money would have been much better spent in other things like hospitals and schools and care homes and all that kind of stuff. But there you are. Am I fuzzy for everybody? See, it looks okay there, but when I look at myself on here, I'm fuzzy wuzzy. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I'd be like, that, take her head off. Wonder if I'd get the guillotine. Oh no, it was in La France, wasn't it? The guillotine was a big thing back then. Just think, people used to spend their days. It's like a Monty Python film, isn't it? People used to, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm going to a stoning. Do you want to come with me? Okay, I think I'll come to a stoning. People used to collect stones and just go and stone somebody. What's happening? The others are hanging down there. Oh, there is there. I'll take the kids. The kids were going out today. That's what they used to get up to in the olden days. It just shows you. Am I fuzzy for everybody? I don't know what's going on. It seems okay. Is it my YouTube, or it could be my YouTube? I don't know why I'm so fuzzy. Should I maybe? Oh, do you know what? I'm fuzzy, but I'm here. It'll be the internet or something like that. Something's going on. But in the olden days, no. The bells, listen, I get the bell. There's my gorgeous Green Rose. Good morning, Green Rose. How are you, my lovely Green Rose? Yeah, I got the bell at school, and I was only in primary 4. So that's what, 8. I was 8-year-old, and I was with the sadistic teacher that I've spoke about in the past. That was really, really nasty and sadistic. She was a sadist, the woman, and the best student in the class threw a crane at me. So me being me, I picked up the crane and threw it back at him. And I got caught throwing the crane and got told to go to another classroom to collect the belt first. So I had to go away to another classroom and say, can we have Miss Mulgrew? Her name was, can I get the belt for Miss Mulgrew? Ooh, and everybody in the class knew it was me that was getting it. And I had to take the belt back. And she'd done it a few times. It wasn't just once. I mean, she really got me a few times. And she kept saying, lift your hands higher, 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 like that. So she did before she whacked into me. And my hands were all stingy and sore and everything. And I was sitting crying in the classroom. She was loving it. This woman was absolutely... To me, I don't know how MD inflicting the pain on a child would get any kind of joy out it, but this woman clearly did. She was a maniac. If you don't know the story, I'll tell you a couple of stories about her, right? She was the one that was a wee girl in the class that was terrified of thunder and lightning, and every time it was a thundery and lightning day, and every time there was lightning and thunder, she would flinch. And she made this girl stand with her nose touching the glass of the window, and you keep her eyes open or she would get the belt. Keep your eyes open, your nose touching the window. And no, that's torture. Torture right there. And one of the worst things that she done that sticks in my mind, even worse than the belting, was the day that we were allowed to go and do some painting. And we all loved painting. And we went to this wee hut to do the painting. There was a hut there that we all went in and did, that had the paint supplies and whatnot. And she was like, right, who wants to go and paint today? We were going, me, I'd love to paint. Right, let's go. We're going to the hut to paint, right? So we were all going, yes. And she was going, think about what you want to paint. You can paint anything you like. And I was thinking, I'm going to paint my house. I'm going to paint my house and flowers and all that is what I'm going to paint. Are you painting? I think I'll paint a horse. So we all went. And she went, right, let's get paper on your easels. And we had the paper. Put your aprons on. We got water and everything, yes. Now everybody pick up your paintbrushes and think about what colour you're going to use first. And I'm like, red. And then as soon as we done that, she went, right, everyone put your paintbrushes down because Johnny was a bad boy today. There'll be no painting. Let's all go back to class. We did take everything off like that. We all went back to class crying. And Johnny, everybody was going, see you. He was like getting nudged and punched and kicked and everything like that. And she was quite happy. The teacher was quite happy that Johnny was getting all that. I don't think the boy's name was Johnny. I can't mind his name now, but I'm just using the name Johnny. But that was Johnny's fault. See if he's blamed Johnny. That everybody was like, Johnny, you're an absolute a-hole. Everybody was getting this poor boy. We were all greeting. She was evil that way. And then we went a day out. We went a day out to one of the beaches. Troon, it's called. It's down at Ayr. and I put some sand in my shoe. And on the way home, I said to my wee pal, I've got some of the beach with me, want to see it? She said, yeah, and I showed her I had sand in my shoe. Well, she told this teacher, and the teacher went, Linda, stand up. I had to stand up in the bus is moving to, right, I'm standing up there. Everybody, look at Linda, she's a little thief, aren't you, Linda? What are you? What have you got in your shoe, Linda? Tell everyone what you've got in your shoe. Some sand. Take your shoe off, pour the sand out. This is a thief. That's what I got. I didn't even tell my mum about that. I was too terrified. She's coming down. Good morning, good morning. She was a horrible teacher. She took pleasure, as the only thing I can say is she took pleasure in watching her pupils suffer and cry and humiliated and all that kind of thing. I don't have, to this day, I have no idea why she was a teacher. To this day, see, if I was to meet the woman in real life, I would love it. That would be a gift for me. Because I'm, know how that would go. There'd be a lot of verbal, not that would attack her, but there'd be a lot of verbal stuff happening. She was horrible. She was horrible to a lot of people, but she really hated me. Yeah, that would never put. But listen, my mum got her. It ended up for the last few months that was in her class at school. Well, that's it. You would get green rose. You'd never dare do it. My mum. See, after I got the belt, my big brother blackmailed me for a fortnight. Like, you tidy my room or I'm telling mum. Right, madam, have you got my driving licence? Snap with you. Right.
Oh, there's a wee baby behind you.
Oh no, there's a wee baby. She's a wee baby. Peter's away to get the package that was delivered yesterday. Oh, listen, I must say sorry to my postman. You know how I was calling him an a-hole and saying, aye, close that, babe. And that he had sneaked up to my door. My bell wasn't working. There we are. I'll tell you a story about my mum first, right? So my brother blackmailed me for a couple of weeks. Like, you do this or I'm telling mum. You do that or I'm telling mum. Eventually he told my mum anyway, right? And I told my mum the whole story and everything like that. And she was like, it's okay, Hen, you should have told me. You should have told me. I was surprised. And the next day, now my mum's my height, right? My mum's my height. So the next day, I'm in class, chap, 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 and the teacher goes to the door, can I speak to you a minute? And I was going, that sounds like my mum. She goes out, right, she closes the door. My mum was going mental. Don't you ever touch my daughter, do you hear me? If you've got anything to say about my daughter, you tell me. Don't you ever put your hands on my daughter again. How dare you? Oh, she was going mental. And I was going, oh my God. I was in the classroom and everybody's looking at me going, whoa. Like that. See, when she came back in, her face was bright red and she never said a word to me after that. She never was bad to me. She never really spoke to me. Anything like that after that. And I thought to myself, I should have told my mum a long time ago what this teacher was like, and maybe I wouldn't have went through hell. Yeah, so the poor postman, who yesterday I was like, the postman's an a-hole. He's been sneaking up to my post box and all the rest of it, because we've been in. I've not heard my doorbell ring. See, my doorbell's a wireless one, so I've got the doorbell on the gate. And, we hear it in the house, obviously. And this is the thing, right? See, when I first got that doorbell was 7 years ago, and it cost £45, right, for the wireless thing. £45 it cost, right? So yesterday when we clicked it, our doorbell wasn't working. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to need to spend like 50 quid, it might be even more, on a bloody doorbell. Do you know what I mean? I've not got I'm a broke bitch. So I was like, oh my God, but I need a doorbell because I need to keep my gate shut. So I went on to Amazon, £10 they are now. £10. I was like, oh my God. They've went down in price, they're only £10. It was £45. See, maybe it was just because it was a new thing. Maybe it's just because it was a new thing, the prices went down. But so I'm waiting on a new doorbell coming, so that'll be good to put on my fence. Because I keep the fence shut and locked so that the doggies don't get out. Because see, if Poppy got out, she would just run away. Or she would run on the road. She's just daft that way. She would just run on the road. And some boy racers like to fly in and out this bloody street. And there was a lot of questionable teachers, Jenny, back in my day. A lot of questionable ones. There was a geography teacher that we had in secondary school, right? That was very questionable when you think about it now. And see if any of the girls done anything bad, he would make us do press-ups on the floor. And he would stand behind us with all wee skirts on and stuff, you know. He'd make us do press-ups on the floor. And then what he would do, see how the meter sticks, the meter sticks that he had, he would put chalk in the shape of a star on it and smack you in the ass with it, so that you would need to go about the rest of the day with a star on your ass. And that was the geography teacher's punishment. We always thought, ha, 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 that's a great joke. But see, now when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking the dirty old git, watching young lasses doing press-ups and stuff like that and then smacking their ass. Questionable. Very, very questionable. And my school, by the way, see my school was the school they used in Gregory's Girl. Yeah, so see if you've ever watched Gregory's Girl, see the high school, that was my school. It's been pulled down now, mind you, it's been pulled down. But that's the school they used in the pitches and all that for Gregory's Girl. So when I watched that, they're in our home econs department and our maths department and all the rest of it. I was in primary school. My brother was still at that school when they made the movie. I was still at primary school. But that was my school. It was in Gregory's Girl, wee thing there that you can watch. But aye, very, very questionable teachers back in the day. Yeah, Green Rose the Bid. And I think he got a wee kick out of it. I think the guy was a you know what. That's what I definitely think. And the whole, I didn't think that the boys got told to do press-ups for some reason. See, we didn't click, we were daft. And he used to stand behind us while we were doing press-ups. And don't forget, this was back in the 80s. We all had wee mini skirts and all that on, do you know? And he used to stand behind us when we were doing, oh, that's it, you're naughty, like 10 push-ups. And he used to stand behind you and watch and go, 1, 2, you know? And then he would, as I say, sometimes he would have like a smiley face and smack your ass with that. But it was really a star he would put on this meter stick and right, bend over, smack. I never told my mum and dad about that either. Oh, she's coming down. What to do? There's so much to do in Glasgow. The art museum in Glasgow is awesome if you're interested in that kind of thing. That sounds awesome. She's coming down. In Glasgow, there's so many things that you can look at. But the art galleries for me, I always loved the art galleries. It's got lots. It's like a museum as well. There's things with dinosaurs, and you get all these beautiful works of art. In fact, my most favourite work of art is by Salvador Dali. I'm going to show you a picture of it. This is in the arts. This is a beautiful painting. Wait till I show you this. What am I doing with these? There it is there. See it there? That is, obviously it's Jesus, but it is so beautiful and it's huge, right? It's a really, really big painting, really big. And it's as if, I don't know how the artist done it, but it's as if there's a light behind and it's shining. It's amazing to look at this work of art. And the thing is, if you do see that work of art, years and years ago, I'm thinking back in the 70s, the 80s, you know how there's bad sectarianism in Glasgow, right? Protestants and Catholics, Celtic and Rangers, all this kind of stuff, right? Nonsense, really. And someone had went in and that didn't like Christ and Jesus and stuff like that, and slashed the painting. Slashed the painting with a knife. The painting gets slashed, which is doing that to any work of art. It wouldn't matter. I mean, if it was William of Orange, right, it wouldn't have mattered. If someone went and slashed that painting, I would still be as that's disgraceful. But they managed to restore it. So they did. They managed to restore the painting, and it looks just you would never know that the painting had been slashed up. But that just shows you. Imagine doing that. Imagine doing that to a work of art. Oh, my Mary Queen of Scots. We'll need to go back down there one day. We'll need to go back down. See when it's autumn green rose, we'll go back down. How about that? We'll go back down when it's... Because see when the leaves are all falling off the trees, can see the burning stuff like that. So we'll need to go back down there. But aye, that wee place, the Dovecot has seen many naughty things happening, you know, on a Friday and Saturday night. As I'll take you to my Mary Queen of Scots used to be, you know, the rest of it. That's romance in my neck of the woods. I don't think there's none in Glasgow, but there's other historical things that I just can't think of in Glasgow. There's the oldest house in Glasgow. That's right across from the Royal Infirmary, one of the hospitals. There's the oldest house, that's in Glasgow. The shopping's best in Glasgow. It's better in Glasgow than where it is in Edinburgh. Edinburgh's more expensive because they're a bit more high class than us. So there's loads of stuff. I just can't think it all. But if I was to choose one place, I'd say the art museum because it's gorgeous and it's got dinosaurs and all this kind of stuff in it. And a wee bit of thing here, they've actually built that whole building back to front. See, when they were building that, they built it back to front. They put the front door where the back door should be. So when you're driving along and you're seeing the art museum, that's not the front, that's the back of it. You've got to go around, take it in the front. Imagine being an architect and that was your job. That was your one job. That was your one job, was to build this bloody building, and oops, you do it back to front. But anyway, it still is beautiful. And I don't think it costs anything to go in. I think there's wee donation buckets. You just put some money in a donation bucket. But I would love to go back again and just have a wee look. Oh, that's good that you're going to see a play. I love that kind of thing. I love pantomimes and plays and all that kind of stuff. I love... See, if I ever went to New York, I would love to do that, have a look at it. I'd love to go to the Rockettes. I'd love to see the Rockettes dancing, especially at Christmas time. And I'd love to take in some of the shows as well. That would be awesome. Well, guys, I'm going to go, but I'm waiting on my doorbell. That'll be good. See what it is you get, and as I say, when you start getting to be an adult and you're like, oh, I'm excited about a new doorbell. Oh, well, I'm representing New York today. New York and my Snoopy. I'd love to. The closest I've ever got she's come undone was New Jersey, Newark Airport to be precise. But when I was, oh, there's my golfer girl. I'm just about to go off and your beautiful wee faces come into the chat. When I took off for the New York Airport, I got to see the Statue of Liberty. It looked dead small, but I'm up in a plane, of course. And I got to see how big Central Park is. I was kind of blown away with that because I always thought Central Park was like a wee park like that. And honestly, it's a huge, big rectangle like that. It really did blow me away. And I got to see, I've actually took pictures of the buildings and stuff like that. But I've never been, and I would love to visit, of course, the 9/11 museum and stuff, because I sat and watched that whole thing, you know, take place from over here. It was horrendous watching all of that. So I'd like to pay my respects to go there. I would love to go just to, listen, I'd like a wee motorised wheelchair or something so that I wasn't walking a lot, because see with the metal rod in my leg, I just can't do it. I can't walk a lot, I really can't. But see if I can get a wee mobility scooter or something and just whizzing about New York, I would love that. And see whoever's with me, I'll take the bags. So I'm going to go. Golfer girl, I love you so much. I'm sorry that you came in just at the end of it, but I do love you. I love you all very, very much. And thank you for joining me today. I might be back tomorrow. We'll see. I never know what my days are going to bring these days. Who knows? But I'll see you tomorrow, and I love you very, very much. I'm going to give you a big kiss now. Bye, everyone.